Bhuvi in the beginning, of course, fantastic, got that Finch wicket. Bhuvi in the death lost a little bit of that beautiful Bhuvi shine that used to be there for the death overs, that safety that used to be there. You could take Bhuvi's overs to the bank in the death, not as much anymore.
I think he'll need to upgrade his software. I mean, as you would say, because what happens is the period that we're talking about is the last year, and I think it was pre-injury, especially the back, and he'll probably explain it much better. But as a batsman, when I look at a bowler, you analyze things, you look at where he bowls at a certain period of time. He didn't bowl much death overs when Dhoni was captain. So then came a period when he went to not Royal Challengers, but Sunrisers, yes. And he started bowling in the death. In the 2020 format, you only bowl about 12 balls in the death. Yeah. You don't bowl many. But in one-day cricket, you need to bowl 24 or 30 balls. Yeah. So you can't get away by just being smart. You need to have some skill. And I think after the back injury, I haven't seen that, the full-length ball, the Yorker that comes in. And back is what you really need to bowl that ball. So you feel that thing's missing, and that's what I feel is still missing from Bhuvi.
His first 5 overs gave away 12 runs. His last 5 overs gave away 54 runs. There's a stark difference, right?
I think the attribute has to be there, with regard to the physical ability. Also, it's not easy when you're coming back at this level. So he has not been part of the Test match playing 11. So that's something also which affects your rhythm. And over the last year, we've seen that there has been a stop and change. He's been missing matches. So it's just a matter of getting that much of game time going. Sometimes when you have injury, subconsciously you're not finishing your action. So he might have got over that hurdle of physical discomfort, but in terms of getting your body going again, in terms of subconsciously not feeling that you're holding yourself back, at times with bowlers we've seen that tendency has always been there, especially when you're coming back after injury. So that's something which he'll have to work on. But you'll clearly see that the mind is working in terms of planning how to go about it.
He's one of the sharpest, without a doubt.
Exactly. But when it comes to executing that, he's falling a bit short, especially at the back end of the innings. And you've seen that the pace also, what we've seen Bhuvi has been bowling at has dropped down.
The point that Ajay was making, you'd be the best to articulate that, the back and the Yorker, the connection.
I think more game time. More, if you've done it at this level once, you can surely do it again. It's just matter of getting that confidence going, spending enough time on the field and backing yourself. Once you tick all the boxes, things start falling in place. As far as World Cup is concerned, I think he's surely going to play a part. He'll always be playing a part because he's a senior player in the team now. He's been around for a while. So in terms of setting the plans and tactics, I think he's right up there.
Yeah.
What he needs to do is
strengthen
get himself up to speed.
Strengthen the back.
And like how Ajay was saying, upgrade that software. You have to come up with a thing or two.
Just another question to you. Does it make a difference, because I don't know how you see it, does it make a difference when you are the premier bowler and then you suddenly become the second amongst the two who is going to bowl towards the end? I mean, not today's case, but I'm saying generally does that affect? Because as a batsman, say when we were playing, say 2 bowlers in the opposition, you always have one guy who's a superior bowler and one second. So as a batsman, you start taking chances.
So
more.
He's become 2 in the pecking order to Bumrah.
So you get away as sometimes as a number 1 bowler, because just for numbers,
it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter for simple reason. When you're playing a game at the highest level, you're as good as your last game you played. Yeah. So that's something it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're a premier bowler, you're number 1, number 2.
No, I'm saying
you have to always look at the game like that. It can play on your mind that the importance has now given to someone else, which happens naturally. If someone is performing better, obviously he's going to get the choices in terms of going about it.
I meant the other way. I'm saying, say if I was batting and I had Zaheer Khan bowling 3 overs and Gaurav Kapoor bowling 3 overs.
You'd be scared of me.
No.
So you'd go after Zach.
So I would plan to go after somebody and be a little defensive against somebody.
So
if it carries on for 5 games, you will, even if you bowl a couple of bad balls, you get away. Whereas when you become
it can actually work in your favor. So when Bumrah is bowling to you and Bhuvneshwar Kumar is bowling at the other end, obviously if the batsman is going to be defensive because Bumrah has been bowling well, that creates more chances for you as a bowler. It's up to you how you look at things. So bowlers always have to
Interesting.
complement each other.
Yeah.
You've seen with batting partnerships as well. You have an aggressor, you have someone who is always looking to rotate the strike. So
You
when
don't want
someone
Gaurav on the strike.
aggressive is
I
batting, the guy who is always focusing on taking singles and double, he is happy because the pressure is taken by the guy who is going to be aggressor. So that's something which you have to understand and also learn with time about what are the phases of the game. And I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been very good with all those in terms of reading of the game, in terms of understanding what his strengths are. It just right now, he needs some more game time, and he needs to come up to speed with all the other things which are happening around him.